Representative LaMonica McIver from New Jersey, who is fighting a charge from the feds due to trying to bust up into a detention facility that are holding illegal immigrants. She took to her social media not too long ago, and she was replying to a snippet of Fannie Lou Hamer, the true freedom fighter from Mississippi, who went to Congress a couple of times and said, hey, we are not being represented way out here in the sticks, right, of Mississippi. So they fashioned their own party, the Freedom Democratic Party. And they were like, hey, y'all need to let us do this, right? So eventually they did. And this is what LaMonica said in response to that. Check it out.
From 1964 to now 2026, we are still asking the same question. Is this America? The same battles we were fighting somewhat in 1964, we're battling in 2026. Black women have always stood in the gaps of what we know what we should have in America from what we don't have in America. And we keep fighting, we keep standing up. To the 92%, we knew what was right for us back last November. We knew, and that's why we voted the way that we did. But here we are right now in 2026, still fighting, still pushing forward, and we have to continue to do that, to stand in the gaps and fight for what we know is right.
So basically, you saw her say that Black women have always stood in the gap, and we are going to keep fighting. We've always fought. And basically it's a shame that we still have to do it. Now, she also said, is this America? And it's like, yeah, where have you been, LaMonica? I know you're busy because you're trying to stave off, as it looks like, a 17-year sentence that you may get behind allegedly assaulting a law enforcement officer there at that ICE facility in New Jersey. But nevertheless, you said that Black women are 92%. I don't know why you never mentioned the 78% of Black men that also voted for Kamala. But again, you talk about the 72% and how we keep fighting. The problem is we're fighting for the wrong thing. Like you, Miss LaMonica, you are fighting for illegal immigration instead of really fighting for your own people. You're Black. At least, you look like you're Black. But see, that's the problem with a lot of these Black misleadership. They sound Black, but they act something else. So you said we keep fighting. The question is, what are you fighting for? You, as a Black woman, and I'm not saying all Black women, because there's some true writers, right? Like Fannie Lou Hamer, she was fighting for her people, right? Now, she understood about the importance about everybody, but she went to fight for her people, right? The farmers and the sharecroppers that were being left behind. But see, y'all keep trying to tie yourselves to Fannie Lou Hamer, but you're not fighting for your people. You're fighting for illegal immigrants. That's what y'all doing now. Any other time, y'all fighting for everything but what you should be fighting for. So now you're fighting for your freedom, okay? But to that point, if Black women, the 92%, would say, hey, wait a minute now, let's not get emotional. Let's really think about some things. What are we fighting for? Is what we're fighting for actually improving our community? If you go outside and just look around, the answer is probably no. Black communities are often left behind the most, have the least funding, the worst schools, and everything you can think of. But you talk about you keep fighting. What are you fighting for? Because see, the people you're fighting for, their neighborhoods don't look like ours. Their education system is not as bad as ours. See, their children read just a little bit better than ours. So you're fighting for people who are better off than you. Why, Black woman? And when I say Black woman, I guess I'm talking to LaMonica. Why are you fighting for things outside of your own community? I get it. You're a Democrat, and that's probably the talking points, right? Oh, we got to really get out there and, fight for illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants that are here legally. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. We got to get out there and fight, because if we do that, it looks like we're really being productive. And then eventually those people in those communities, and when they're here legally, they can vote for us. And, we could tell Black Americans to beat it. I think that's the talking points that they're getting. But her up there cosplaying like Black women, we're fighting, we've done this. Black women, listen, I'm a Black woman. I'll be that almost 55 years in April, so I can speak on it. Black women, we are the most dopest, dynamic group of people on the earth, bar none. But sometimes our focus is off, right? Keep running around and crying about Kamala not being in office. What was Kamala going to do for Black women? Kamala's had plenty of positions to do for Black women, black people, and she really has not done that. And if she was to go to office, do you think she was going to write a reparations check? No, because what did she say? Here, I'll play it for you.
Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
There you go. Now, I know some people say, well, she said that she would, entertain a study. We don't want a study. But that's what she said originally. I'm not going to do nothing that just benefits black people. No. So how is that going to benefit us? But we've seen her champion other people, like illegal immigration. When her and Biden were in office, oh yeah, they swung them doors wide open and let any and everybody come over here, harming black communities, like that of Chicago, where a lot of illegal immigrants were shipped there and they were moved into black neighborhoods where the black folks were told, hey, we don't have it. We'll think about it. But then when the illegal immigrants got there, they got it all. Everything you can think of. Which is why you have a group called Chicago Flips Red. And they are trying to flip Chicago red, which is very blue, right? It's probably one of the bluest states cities rather, in the nation. But they're like, we'd rather flip it red to the Republicans than to keep letting the Democrats play in our very faces. So, LaMonica, I hear you. Sounds like you got other things you need to focus on, like staying out of the clink. But stop lying. Stop making it out to be more than what it is, because you're fighting, but you're fighting for the wrong things. Fight for your people for once. And I guarantee you, the black community will be better off. But if you don't, guess what's going to happen? If you don't go to jail first, you're going to be voted out of there eventually, because we're going to keep on waking people up and ringing the alarm about people who look black, they sound black, but they don't walk or act black. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.